Hello, my name is Bree.
Braxton.
And I'm Callie.
And we would like to introduce you to our sister.
She has faith that can move mountains, and at one time faith that she could move me until I threw her over my shoulder. My parents always told her one day I would be bigger than her.
She has dedication that is unstoppable.
She pushes us to be better than we think we can be, which has influenced me to run as a chapter officer, as well as being able to run alongside her as my chapter secretary.
Her love for animals is as strong as her love for God.
She has a stack of IOUs to her parents from all of her animals, which are pretty sure they would fund her vet school if they ever paid in full.
Her obsession has gotten her into a little bit of trouble with our dad. She always says we have room for another goat. She's always ready to jump on the opportunity for just one more. Sadly, Dad started doing some math and figured out 1 goat equals 2 kids, and that kind of adds up quickly.
Her passion is reigning with her best friend, her gelding Uncle Si. I'm sure you all have seen or heard about him. But with that passion, she has taught me so many lessons in riding my own horse.
But with the good and the bad, one thing we can say is that she's been an inspirational role model in all of our lives. Her dedication, passion, love, and honesty, even though sometimes it can be brutal, have been a blessing to us, and to many others she's crossed paths with. And with that, it is our privilege to introduce to you our sister and your 2017-2018 Wyoming FFA State Secretary, Addysen Rosner.
You don't have enough faith, Jesus told them. I tell you the truth. If you had faith, even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it would move. Nothing would be impossible. Matthew 17:20 rang in my ear as my 3 teammates and I hid a small mustard seed in our shoe given to us by our advisor. After reading off what soon became one of my favorite verses, he shared with us how he had faith in our abilities, what we could accomplish, as we anxiously waited for the 2016 National Horse Evaluation Competition to begin. Just as the verse says, it only takes a small amount of faith to move mountains. A mustard seed is only 1 to 2 millimeters in size. Yet, regardless of its size, it can grow a tree up to 20 feet tall and 20 feet wide. Even if a mustard tree is cut down to the trunk, it can grow back again, representing how we can overcome anything. Just as a mustard seed can overcome all odds, we can accomplish incredible things, just a tiny bit of faith. 4 years of hard work, countless times of defeat, and nothing but hope that we could pull off a miracle easily weighed heavily on our hearts as my 3 teammates and I gathered at the Indiana State Fairgrounds to pray for our advisor. We had faith in our abilities every single year, regardless of the outcome. Yet, it's as if our faith had up and abandoned us when we needed it the most. We struggled the first day with judging scores that did not meet our expectations, and now prepared to enter the second portion of the national competition. Our hearts beat out of our chests as our name was called to begin the journey down the alley of blue curtainways, then the final stage of the competition. I can sincerely say that was the purest form of faith I'd ever felt. Faith that my teammates and I could overcome all odds that week. And most importantly, faith that regardless of the outcome, would all lie in the hands of God that week. My teammates and I proved to persevere like a mustard seed, being blessed with the opportunity to walk away with a national championship that week. Have you truly ever experienced faith that can move mountains? Undoubtedly, we all have an incredibly hard time conquering the concept of faith. Faith shows us the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. And in a world engulfed with statistics and probability, it is so incredibly hard for us to conquer the concept of faith, and there's a logistical approach telling us we can't. Yet, the incredible things that can be accomplished through having just a tiny bit of faith proves there is no mountain that cannot be moved with faith the size of a mustard seed. My teammates and I continued to have faith, regardless of the constant defeat we felt, all because we had faith that God had a plan behind it all. We are so prone in life to call it quits when life doesn't turn out as planned. Yet, if we would just hold on to a little bit of faith, we would soon see that there is always a greater plan behind our pain. While it can be incredibly hard to have faith in our own abilities, having someone push you alongside the way can give you that little flicker of faith you need to accomplish the impossible. As an elementary school student, I struggled repeatedly to succeed in school due to having dyslexia. Letters and numbers constantly played tricks on me as their forms failed to register in my head, leaving me to call it quits, to accept I'd never be good enough. Yet, I was blessed to have two parents stand alongside me, pushing me along the way. From countless hours with my tutor to meeting after meeting with the school board, they never gave up on me, even when I had given up on myself. I began to flourish. I started to succeed in classes, surpassing those who used to surpass me, all because my parents had faith that there was a plan behind it all. We are all born with beautiful and unique gifts in this world. What if the person next to you just needs help attaining it? That's the beautiful thing about faith. While we might not have it in ourselves, others can have it in you, and incredible things can still be accomplished. My parents had a great deal of faith in me, even when I couldn't, and that allowed me to find the faith I needed to flourish. Often enough in life, we're faced with many hills and valleys, and those valleys are so deep, it seems as though we'll never reach that peak of greatness we long for. Yet, if you were to just offer a little bit of kindness to a classmate or a teammate, imagine the mountains you could help them move. Wyoming FFA, when you leave tonight's session, I encourage you to grab a small bag of mustard seeds that's located in the outside lobby. Grab a bag for you and take a seed to remind you of your faith, and share the remaining seeds with others to encourage them that you have faith in their abilities this year. I challenge you to believe in the unseen and have faith in your abilities. Have faith that God has a plan so perfect for this life, you can't imagine the beauty He has in store for you. Have faith in your classmates and your teammates beside you. You will never know who will need it. A mustard seed has proven to overcome all odds. That same strength can live inside you with just a tiny bit of faith. Wyoming FFA, what mountains will you move with faith the size of a mustard seed?
It's life for the shadow.